It's Thursday the 21st of September. It's about 1 o'clock and I'm on Templemore Avenue, and there's something amazing has happened on Templemore Avenue. Just across the street from me was the original site of the Ulster Hospital, and it's now gymnasium and part of the Templemore Baths complex. And this is the refurbished Templemore Baths as it originally was. There's a lot of history here and all the rest of it. This is the original chimney of the baths, and it is still the tallest chimney in East Belfast, so I'm told. So I'm just going to dander in to Templemore Baths and show you the way it was whenever this was originally built for the local populace. But there's a couple of notice boards I want to check out. Yes, this was the original site of the Ulster Hospital for Children and Women. Founded in 1873 on Chichester Street. Well, it was originally there, and then it was moved here. The Ulster Hospital for Children and Women, fondly known as the Wee Hospital, opened on Templemore Avenue in 1912. It wasn't the original. The original was in 1873, and this is the way it looked. Provided maternity facilities and surgical wards. In April 1942, when the Belfast was bombed during the Blitz, World War II, patients well enough to move were brought to the air raid shelter and the building was seriously damaged. In the aftermath, the hospital also treated those who were injured before the building was taken over by the army for the rest of the war. By the mid-1940s, it was once again used as a medical facility, but was demolished when the new Ulster Hospital was built in the 1960s. And that's the way it looked. And it's been completely refurbished, of course. I'm going to get rid of myself, actually. Don't need to see my ugly face. And this is some of the war damage. Right, let's see the other notice board. And this is Templemore Avenue as it was. It's named after one of the area's owners, Lord Templemore. Long Avenue was built in stages in 1853. As well as the public baths, other important buildings of note along the avenue included Ulster Hospital for Children and Women, Templemore Avenue School, the Carnegie Library, Ballymacard Orange Hall at the junction with the Albert Bridge Road, and several churches. And this is the entrance. Fountain in the cafe, and you must come and try the cafe out. They've got lots of lovely stuff. And this fountain, I think it's a fountain, was donated by Murdoch and Ross. Glasgow-based heating and ventilation engineers worked on many public baths and wash houses in the 19th century, and the baths gifted this fountain to Templemore, and the company gifted this fountain to Templemore Baths. And this is class. I love things like this. I'll just get this in again because I don't want to miss this. A couple of notice boards here. of the way. And Templemore Baths is the last surviving Victorian public bath baths in the country. And the building continues to be enjoyed by the people of Belfast and beyond. Now, I'm not sure whether when they're talking about the country there, it's country Northern Ireland, or are they talking about the whole of the UK? I'm not too sure about that. Just behind me, you've got the leisure centre, cafe, accessible toilets and exit. In here, you've got the old Templemore Baths with the minor pool hall, the laundry and the slipper baths. And this has all been totally refurbished. They brought in, for damaged bricks and all the rest of it, they brought in thousands and thousands of these red bricks, and they're Belfast bricks. Now, what do I see? Is this the door I go through? Because it's like a rabbit warren in here. So this is what you've got. This is the original, well, it's a replica of the original ticket office. They've got these two gougers talking to us. So this is what they say.
They'll tell our mommies and they don't like us swimming there either. So, can you let us in, please? Oh, go on. We have to dive in and catch a big female.
And there's the soaps.
That's right, but maybe not. The best has been fed either.
And there's what you got for your sixpence. You get paid. There's the, over the years, generations of people have worked, swam and competed and bathed here in Templemore Baths. And it's motion sensitive, so I don't want to stand in front of it to start those two young gougers off on their rant again. Adults 6p, children under 14 3p. Each gentleman coming had to be, each gentleman must be accompanied by a lady. If no single men were allowed in. There was mixed bathing after the Second World War, but prior to that, it wasn't any mixed bathing. And John Hammond was one of the superintendents who worked here from 1948 to 1961. The baths were predominantly used by working men, shipyard men who needed a bath. Remember all these little terrace, kitchen, house streets. There was no bathroom in them, the majority, and they had outside toilets. Before 1900, those toilets wouldn't even have been flush. So you wanted to get yourself ready for the weekend, so you came here immediately after working in the shipyard or associated industries. The average industrial worker in Belfast was earning around 35 shillings a week at the start. Oh my goodness, there goes those two again. Oh, go away.
They'll tell our mommies and they don't like us swimming there either. So, can you let us in, please? Oh, go on. We have to dive in.
The old fireplace.
That's right, but maybe not. The best has been fed.
And this is the original entrance. And this is the second class entrance, or was it the third class? Not too sure. And these are the original tiles where guys used to stub their cigarettes out coming in. So this was the original entrance. before 1945. And this became the main entrance. And it's got a turnstile. My goodness. Right, what's in here? Okay. And these are the types of guys. Has been at the centre of life in East Belfast for generations. Iron caulkers, platers, anglesmiths, riveters in the shipyard. That's what these guys are. Tough looking lot. Workers spraying the discharge pipe, gunnet, a cement mixture at Thompson Dock, 1934. Oh no, this is the boys. That's them spraying. And this is them loading scrap. And above, standing beneath the RMS Olympic. Right. Let's go into the slipper baths. These are not the original slipper baths, because the original slipper baths had a high back and a low bottom. But they were changed, I don't know, in the 1950s. So the water was spread in here, and you had no control over the hot tap. You got 6 inches of really scalding hot water, and you could apply cold water to cool that down. There's him applying hot water into the bath for the guy. Of course, he changed in this cubicle. Men had separate times for coming, and women had separate times of coming, of course, obviously. But women with families could slip in. Privacy was hard to find in the baths, with queues of people waiting for their go and the attendant ready to turf you out when your time was up.
Oi! Where'd you go? Can a man not get some privacy here?
No, you cannot. It's big, isn't it? It's fascinating that these have been preserved. Many people would have a well, you need to be brave and old to have a recollection of this.
Now, where's that wee bar of soap? Ah, there it is. Don't want to slip on that, do you?
There's the way we used to be bathed whenever I was a wee lad. We had no bathroom, but our bathroom did come later.
That's it.
This was in my home in Banbridge.
does the job and getting all the grease off. Even if it does.
And this was hot water, and this was luxury for these people.
It's just an occupational hazard, working down in the shipyard. You see, I've just finished the night shift, but I'm not sleep this morning. I've got too much to do. Anyways, I could do with a few extra bob, now that I'm getting hitched. We've been courting a while now, but today is the big day, as they say. It'll be soon enough, only a few hours, and I can't wait to see her. I hope I make my dad and ma proud, and hers too. We towels to give you in here are no use. Hey, any chance of another towel? It's my wedding day, remember?
It's wedding day. There's McMaster Street.
Dead on.
They're getting bathed in the kitchen sink. And a tub out the back.
Right. That's me here.
And that's Kitchener, or not McMaster Street, and
Nah.
just 2 streets away is the historic McMaster Street from 1899.
Sorry, I'm finishing at the end of the hour. Not want to go on the beach.
Victorian architecture,
Harland and beautiful.
restored 2000. I think this is actually Georgian. Not too sure. Might have got mixed up.
Today's the happiest day of my life.
In the late 1800s, having a long soak was not an option for most people.
I wouldn't mind watching one last time.
People forget this. People forget. And there are some of the ladies that worked in the factories. And these were, this is one of Templemore's original baths made out of cast concrete. It weighs about 300 kilograms. Concrete baths were later replaced with steel baths, many of which you can see in the other cubicles. And this was coated with an enamel. So it was a special bath. The way we were. Right, and this would have been the toilet block down here, but they have been all removed. And Templemore Baths suffered during the Second World War. There was a bomb came through the roof there, and an incendiary landed in the swimming pool. And this is the original flooring. This is what do you call it? Terrace. And this is the main room. This what you see down here was the original pool. And there's the depth of it. So this is the minor pool. When the whistle blew, you had to get out and back to your wee changing area. There's a changing area there. Well, so I don't want to miss anything. So what have we got here? One of the most important things I've failed to tell you is actually Templemore Baths was opened in 1893. Provided washing and sanitary facilities for families who came to live in East Belfast, attracted by the development of Harland and Wolff shipyard and other manufacturing industries. (1893), and this was the only bath complex, because there's bigger bath or bigger pool. This is the minor pool that had hot water. There was the Falls and there was the Ormo, but they only had cool water in their pools, cold water. And there's old pictures. And there were men's sessions and there were women's sessions. And the guy had a long pull to pull you out of the pool if you looked as if you were having it rough. You were going down too many times. Hundreds of children learnt to swim in Templemore Baths. Thousands, I would say, more like. Remembering the way it was. Imagine dressing up like that on a summer's day. You'd be baked. Competitive swimmers like Ronnie and Carol Jones remember the electric atmosphere of the galas. The competitive spirit in the air meant that there were even a few scuffles. Oh dear, can't have that. And they were packed out. And this is just showing you the amount of work that has gone on here. Millions of pounds were spent getting this place refurbished for the local people. And I've done a marvellous job. What's this guy? This is R. Stevenson, Ulster Springboard champion, competing a swallow dive here in Templemore Baths in 1947. If I was doing that, that'd be what you would call a belly flapper. This is the way things were, so there's an awful lot of work going on here. Has gone into restoring this, and it's part of our heritage. And as I always say, folks, you need to come here and check this place out for yourself. And Sam, the manager, will be glad to show you around. He showed us around this morning. It was an absolute treat. Lawson and Sons Leeds made those automatic spinners. This is the way it was from an old street map. I'm delighted to get in here. They're all trophies and medals and stuff that members of the swimming clubs that use this place. Patterned glazed bricks from the minor pool. These were too damaged to be used. And this is Ronnie Jones, Ulster and Irish champion swimmer, 1958-62. Templemore Baths opened in 1893. The Lord Mayor, Gustav Wolff, said that no district in Belfast had expanded as rapidly as the area that surrounded the baths. So there's Harland and Wolff, there was Workman Clark, there was Sirocco, there was Victor Coates Company, engineers, iron foundries, boilermakers, the Belfast Rope Works, distillers, amongst many others. Also industries employing women including linen and textile manufacturers, handkerchief works and Ulster Hospital for Sick Children. This was an thriving industrial area, and because our successive Labour and Tory and Lib Dem governments refused to subsidise UK shipyards while all the rest of the EU did, then our shipbuilding industry in Belfast died, and an awful lot of Belfast died with it. Associated industries. But Westminster government couldn't care a hoot. This is a big aerial view of inner Belfast. Titanic's not built, Titanic exhibition's not built there yet. Way out Dargan and all the rest. And you can see that it's nippy because there's snow on the ground. And there's various people from the area.
Stillness of the pool, you know. And we had learning to swim. We had a real stern swimming instructor with that club. She was called Sheena.
Templemore Baths Club, they're talking about swimming club. And this is the depth of the water. I have to show you the laundry room yet. And everything had to be washed clean once people left the pool. The towels and all the rest of it. The swimming togs and towels. And Templemore Baths, you know, used an awful lot of hot water, and it used an awful lot of water. So I'm wondering where that water came from and how it was heated. And there's a poem by Eddie Curry called Brown Boiler Suits. So this acted like a laundrette for the neighbourhood. And the Harland and Wolff workers would turn in their graves as to what has happened to their once vibrant shipyard. That's a drying area over here. Look at those wee claws. And that's a bit of the plumbing. And there's the chimney. steam machines, steam clouds, clatter off the racks, tiles and tugs, bubbling boilers suck off the sink. And Lifebuoy soap. I loved Lifebuoy soap. Bring back Lifebuoy soap. And forgot to mention that in next door at the minor pool, a bomb came through the roof, but it was extinguished whenever it fell into the pool. So that's me done. I've thoroughly enjoyed my dander round here, and many thanks to Sam, the manager of this facility. Refurbished facility. Templemore Baths today. Still operational. I can't go into the main bath area, or pool area, obviously, because people don't want to be filmed splashing around in the pool. But there you go. That's it. Come and check this out for yourself. So much Belfast history here, and bring back so many memories for so many people.